Taking a quick look at this A-iPower, this is the 2000 watt, this is the dual fuel. So this is gas or propane. It's probably the reason you're watching this, right? Now, quiet technology, this is also appealing because they're saying, 52 decibels. That's pretty quiet, right? And then clean electricity, yeah, we get the pure sine wave. They're saying less than 3% distortion on that. So that's great for sensitive electronics. Even some audio equipment should run pretty good on this, right? Now, here's the big thing. It is parallel ready, and they do give you everything you need. So, they mentioned there's no need to buy a kit, right? If you want to kind of double up the power on this thing, and you're probably going to want to in many cases, because the specs, they're not that great. All you got to do is buy 2 of these, right? So, just out of the box, just one unit. They do mention, 1600 watts, continuous running watts. Now that's on gas. If you're using propane, it's going to be a little bit less. And the startup, the surge power, is only a little bit higher than the continuous. So you don't got a whole lot of overhead there. So that's just something to note. Again, if you want to kind of power some big time stuff, you're just going to have to get 2 of these, right, and hook them up in parallel. But still, for most stuff that plugs into your standard wall outlet, it's 15 amps, right? It's 1800 watts or less. So just, check the specs on it. But something like, a large full-size microwave probably isn't going to work on just one of these units, right? All right, now just taking a quick look at the front panel, just kind of go through all the specs here real quick. So, this is the one thing you kind of want to know about if you're looking at this unit is the output ports on this thing are quite limited, right? I mean, you only get one 20 amp outlet, standard wall outlet. And then we do get, one 30 amp. But, if you want the TT connector for your RV or something, you got to use the adapter. Now, this thing, they give you everything you could imagine, everything you could want with this unit. They include it. But still, you're going to have to use an adapter if you want to do that. And then, the kind of a nice little switch here, the low idle switch, economy mode, right? So if you just want to keep this thing running, for a moment and you're not powering anything, it's just kind of a good idea. And then right next to that, we do get this really pathetic 1.5 amp USB-A. So yeah, this thing, not ideal for USB stuff. If you want USB power, basically look at getting like a power station or a solar generator, right? I mean, those things usually come loaded with a whole bunch of output ports, AC and USB. So, and DC too, and DC 12 volt, right? So yeah, but obviously the appeal with this unit is, if you don't have sunshine, right? So that's why I always talk about, like, get one of these units. You can do gas, you can do propane, and get like a solar generator, right? So you have three fuel sources basically, and you're going to be covered. And a lot of those newer solar generators, they can be charged in 1 hour too. So you could always just charge it with this gas generator, right? Now, obviously over here, we get the switch for gas and propane. Here are the parallel connectors. And as it mentions there, like, don't connect and disconnect these things while you got the inverter running, right? Kind of do that before and after. And then, we do get a ground, which is nice. And as I mentioned, you get everything you need with this unit, right? Even a toolkit, the funnel. There's that, adapter that I mentioned. You got this, the hose, the parallel cable also included, right? So, they even give you some engine oil. So yeah, this is, out of the box for this price. This is obviously the big appeal. Now, just looking at the design here real quick, and I just want to kind of touch on this, right? I mean, most people, you're not buying this for how it looks, right? And this is obviously being used outside. You can't use these indoors. So again, it doesn't have to fit into your house at all. We do get, the kind of manual start on the side there. But, as far as the rest of the design goes, it's function, right? It's function. We do get the big handle on top. And I think that large handle on top actually makes this thing look more portable than it is. I mean, this is still a big, heavy unit, right? 55 pounds on this thing. So I really wish they could have got the weight and the size down a little bit, right? But still, you're going to be able to reach over your tailgate here, lift it up, get it out of your truck, right? It's not going to be the easiest thing. And this particular dual fuel model, it's black and red, right? So I'm not the biggest fan of having like these bright, bold colors. I say, like, people see you using this thing and say, hey, look at what I'm using, right? So yeah, I wish they would. The other ones that aren't dual fuel, they're like all black, right? So I really wish they would offer that in this model as well. So yeah, it's just a quick overview of this 2000 watt model from A-iPower, right? So, hopefully you found it interesting. And yeah, thanks for watching.